Axel's roars send a clear message through the bush. This land is ours. As Pride leaders, Axel and his brother Mohawk must constantly work to keep the Nomads out of the MK's territory.
We've been following their tracks all morning and they've been leading us around in circles, so they must have been doing a perimeter walk.
At 9 years old, they're no longer in their prime. The older they get, the harder it will be to fight off rival males.
Watching Axel walk here, I've noticed that he has quite a limp. He's looking quite old, to be honest. But he doesn't look like he's in great nick at the moment. Especially with those cubs, they really need some strong males to look after them.
Mohawk and Axel have ruled the MK Pride for 3 years. The fewer the males, the harder it is to keep a pride, so they've done well. But their time might be running out. Right now, the 4 invading Nomads are in the middle of the Hollywood's territory, 5 miles upriver. It's been 10 days since they invaded. So far, the Nomads have kept away from the MKs, but their chances of meeting are growing. The dry season is taking hold. Prey animals are starting to congregate around the river. And where prey goes, lions follow. It's only a matter of time before the punks and the Nomads cross paths.
As the water starts to dry and these 2 prides come closer and closer together, it's going to become really dangerous. And now knowing that the MKs have cubs, I mean, it's really just, it's heightened everything.
While the punks patrol the pride's borders and the mothers and cubs stay hidden, the MK Pride splits even more. Sarabi, the oldest MK female, and 3 others have set off on a hunting trip. They followed a herd of buffalo to a creek, the northern border of their territory. However, midday is not the time to hunt. It's over 100 degrees, hot enough to make anyone bad-tempered. The elephant has no intention of sharing this winter thorn tree, laden with nutritious pods. The lions will wait until nightfall for their meal. The 4 females must choose the right moment to ambush. They want to attack from behind to avoid getting speared by the buffalo's horns. But an early rush blows their cover. Buffalo are the hardest prey to bring down, but they deliver the biggest prize. It's worth persevering. Sam's out early the next morning to see whether the MK Lionesses were successful. She heads south through the Hollywood's territory to a dry riverbed where the Hollywood's land ends and the MK's begins. minutes of crossing the border, Sam spots a familiar predator, but it's not one of the lions. It's a lone hyena mother and a young cub Sam's seen before. She's named the cub Kadiki, local dialect for little thing.
When they're tiny cubs, they are so cute, with dark fur and just these tiny little faces with big ears. They really are something.
The black fur indicates the cub's about 2 months old. Young hyena cubs only come out of their den when their mothers are present, so this is a rare treat for Sam.
You see, it's a greedy little baby. He just keeps pushing up on mom's belly, trying to get more milk.
Kadiki won't be weaned for another year or two. Soon her mother will take her to a communal den where she'll live with other cubs and babysitters. But for now, she's alone in the den she was born in and completely dependent on her mother.
Unlike lions, where they have group suckling and the females help each other look after the cubs, this is all the responsibility relies on this female. So when we see these hyenas trying to scavenge from the leopards and the lions, it's nice to just remind yourself that there's a reason that they're doing it. Obviously, they have to stay alive and they have to feed the cubs back at the den.
Suckling is a huge demand on the mother's energy. To keep Kadiki fed, she's got to keep herself fed too. Every feeding trip she takes leaves the cub alone and vulnerable.
Started hearing some alarm calling. It started with monkeys, and now we can hear the baboons alarm calling too. And often they're really good indicators that there's a predator nearby.
Right on cue, a leopard appears. Barely 100 yards from the den. Luckily, for the little hyena cub, this skilled hunter is heading in the opposite direction.
If the leopard had been walking by and had to stumble across the cub by itself, the leopard would definitely kill the cub. Any predator will take any opportunity to kill another predator's cub just to lessen the competition for food.